in the mirror, man, you so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to show you is this famous actor by the name of Jamal Woolard, I believe. He's going toe-to-toe on some of the podcasters' platform with some bitter women. One of them is very traumatized. But before I show you that, let me tell you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. When you hit the notification bell, select the option that says all so that you will be alerted of all the content that I recently upload. If you do not do this, YouTube will automatically, by default, select the personalization button once you hit the notification bell, which means they will select which ones you will be notified of. You don't want that. Hit the all button. Anyway, let me go ahead and get started with this thing here. Can you dig it? I hope you can dig it. All right. Let me put it. All right, let's get it.
Outside my race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish, better. Well, not better because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know you
people,
is. That's
for the
what
culture.
I'm saying. Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from Syria, one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household, even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, working bags, sushi.
Do you think that's fair?
Now, before they get in and try to tear this man apart, that's the issue. That's the issue with modern women. They want to know what the problem is, but then they don't want to know what the problem is. A black man cannot sit in front of a woman and calmly explain to her how it is that black men are feeling without them becoming defensive and angry. The fact that he said better pissed her off. She got triggered by that. And I'm going to say it. Some women do treat black men better than black women. I'm not scared to say it. Now, when he say better, what he means is when it comes to femininity, some other women of different cultures or different races are better at that. It's the truth. They're nicer. They are willing to clean up. They are willing to cook for you. They are willing to cater you. And in that category, most modern day black women are not better. They're not good at it. This is what we always been talking about for years now. We want to be treated better. Okay? So he made a valid point without being disrespectful or insulting. But because women are so in their feelings, they can't hear what a man is saying because they want that man to be a subservient to them. That is not the nature of things. Let's keep going.
Fair, because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires. You know, I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer, okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean...
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And it's no shade to women that have
No.
them. I'm just
I was
saying.
wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
It's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just
No.
saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, and
This is the thing. This particular black woman is using IG models as a scapegoat. The average man that is out there is not dating models from IG, Instagram. The average man is dating women that he see in the hood, in the streets, in the neighborhoods that he frequent, just regular women. He's not talking about them. So of course you're going to have those type of women demand certain things. He's not talking about that. What he's talking about, how today's modern woman, average women today have very unrealistic expectations of the men that's out there. So she's just trying to pin the fact that that brother told the truth about how modern day black women are. She's trying to use the IG models as a scapegoat for their own bad behavior.
And I'm not, and I want to get your thoughts, Doc, and as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, you know, we do value women, but when you talk about black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage, all right? Now, some of us have some baggage that's not gonna fit in the overhead compartment, and some of us have some baggage that you're gonna have to pay a whole lot more for to get on this flight, right? But the reality of it is, that's just who we are, and I'm talking about historic. Like, if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that
not all of them are material.
And I'm not trying to generalize.
It's just
women.
Most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's America as a society.
Not better.
Let's bring spirit. Let's bring spirit into this.
And I gave you the space to even edit the better part, right? So, and I'm with you on that. But let's say this, because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part. The culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is like unlike any other group. And so
Trauma has absolutely nothing to do with how black women treat black men today. Slavery over 400 years ago has nothing to do with how black women treat black men today. There's no slave master over you cracking the whip that is telling you to demand from black men 6 figures, that he must be 6 feet tall or more. That is a decision that you're making. Now, what I can't stand about this trauma, they use trauma as a scapegoat as well, that they are so traumatized that they cannot respect a man or cater to that man. If you're so traumatized, how is it that you're able to hold down a job? How is it that you're able to have a good working relationship with your bosses and coworkers? How is it that you're able to pay your bills if you're so traumatized? How come your trauma doesn't affect you there? Because you value those things more than the men that you have today.
So when we talk about trauma, what we know is that black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resma Minikin, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture.
And he was full of shit. People have to learn how to start taking accountability for their own actions, man. Of course, you can be affected from certain things that have happened to you in your lifetime. But it's up to you to do the work to repair yourself through therapy. Stop blaming everything else, every circumstance of the past for why you are treating people the way that you're treating them today. It has nothing to do, like her. She couldn't wait to tear that man apart up about using the word better. Did trauma have something to do with that? She just couldn't wait to try to put her point of view and her 2 cents in. Trauma had nothing to do with that.
Right. And so when you talk about how African-American women present and what they need as it relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations, it's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive.
Oh my God. That's a bunch of BS, man. They treat you the way they treat you because they don't see no value in you, or they don't see enough value in you to determine whether or not they want to treat you with respect. That's what it comes down to. Individual choices, accountability. That whole shit was about not taking accountability by anything. Well, anyway, you take it easy. You tell me what you think about this and hit the notification bell. Select the all button. Once you do that, like and subscribe. Talk to you later. You hear?